Hey, what's up guys? If you're looking for a powerful, lightweight, subcompact circular saw, then I think you're going to want to check out this Makita 6.5-inch circ saw right here. Also has a dust port on it, and on the Home Depot website it has a 4.7 star review rating. Are you ready to get this review started? Let's go. Okay, this is interesting right here. The Makita 18 volt 2 amp hour battery with the subcompact saw weighs only 6.4 pounds. So if you're looking to get up on a roof or do some things where you don't want to bring anything too heavy but you need a lot of power, this right here is going to be a good choice. I recently had a project where we re-roofed my house, so we did a complete tear off and we got down to the OSB so we could see that there are 4 sheets that need to be replaced. We also had a couple areas where we replaced some vents that were no longer being used, like one was for a water heater vent, but then we had a power vent put in later after that. So we took that stack out and then we had to cut some of the sheathing. So this is something really handy to bring up on a roof. Not too heavy, yet has all the power that you need. So in this video, I plan to show you all the specs of the saw right here, and then I'm going to show you how it works, and then also we'll do some cuts without any hose on it, any vacuum hose, another one with a dust collecting vacuum hose. So you can just see the difference between one to the other. And I have a 2x10 I believe and some 2x4s. So let's get started first looking at some of the specs. So first of all, one of the things I want to do is just show you how this runs, what it sounds like. Check out that brake. As soon as I let go of the trigger, has that electric brake, works really well. I have some slow motion footage and you'll see how fast this stops, which is pretty awesome. One of the things we can look for when I'm testing this out, it has a built-in dust blower, so it should clear this so you can see, get the dust out of the way from your cutting line. And it has an electronically controlled motor, which delivers up to 5,000 RPMs. So in the back right here is a lever. You flip that up to adjust the depth. I did see a few people comment, they just said it's a little bit tricky, so if you look in there, there's you have to kind of reach in there to pull that down. But it locks in place pretty well, but it's maybe just a little bit tricky, getting your finger in there. So you can easily go up and down, then you can see the numbers on there, so when you're lowering it, you can easily just kind of look without having to look at the numbers on the back. Let me lower that. See those numbers right there? You can look from that side, or you can get an idea by looking from this side right here. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see if I can get the lights right there. There's dual LED lights. When you pull the trigger, before you even turn the blade, it'll stay on for about 10.5 seconds. So that's kind of nice if you're outside. Right now it gets dark at 5 p.m. so if I'm trying to get any work done, a lot of times my projects start at 5 o'clock. So if I'm trying to keep the dust outside, it's nice having that light right there. And if you're interested in doing bevel cuts, that's something I personally don't do a lot with the circular saw, but let me know how often you do bevel cuts, what percentage of the time. So if you want to do that, it will go, so you loosen it there, you loosen it there, and it will go up to 50 degrees. Give you a look right there. So I've noticed that this lever right here doesn't tighten down any more than that, so you may hear a little bit of a rattle, but as far as I know, that is how it works. Not a big deal, but just something to note. And then if you want to put an edge guide, you can do it right there. It does not come with one, but that's how you tighten it down, right there on it. I find them to be pretty handy. What do you guys think? Do you use them ever? I'm going to take the battery out, and then right there to change the blade, push that down. That locks it in place. Right here is the onboard Allen wrench. Put in there and you're off and running. So on the battery itself, there is a power indicator, what's left on it, but that's facing the other way. But on board here, there's also another battery indicator showing 2 out of 3 bars. So that's handy, just so you know how much more you can go with it. As far as the ergonomics go on this, it does have a rubber grip right here. It just seems very tacky. It feels like it's not going to slip around in your hand. So you put your right hand there, your left hand there, and you're off and running. And the material that it's made of, it has aluminum base, it has a magnesium blade cover, and then the motor housing. Alright, so how about we go outside, we'll put this to the test, cutting a 2x10, and also we'll do some bevel cuts on a 2x4. So right now what I want to do is make two cuts. The first one will have no dust collection at all hooked up to it. The second cut will have my rigid shop vac with this car cleaning hose right here. This end right here is really close to fitting there. It doesn't quite lock in place, so I'm going to just temporarily duct tape it on there to complete that seal. So that way you can see how much sawdust in the first cut flies out the back and goes forward and all that. And then we'll get a nice close up with the second one with this running. Okay, here goes the first cut. All right, I have two lines marked right now, so let's do a couple bevel cuts, 45 degrees. All right, here we go. Here's the cut if you just want to see what it looks like. I typically do these type of cuts on my compound miter saw, but this is a quick, easy way to do it. I'd say it looks pretty clean. What do you think? Let's do one last 90-degree cut, no dust collector hooked up. Just a nice close-up with bright light so you can just see how it looks as far as the dust goes. I definitely have to say that this passed the test as far as all the material that I had it cut. And this might be a little bit late in the video, but this is the model number XSH04. And then the battery is not included. This is a tool only. So the batteries that I recommend, just to keep it lightweight, I'd go with a 2 amp hour battery. It may not last as long as going with the bigger battery, but keeping it lightweight, 6.4 pounds is pretty awesome. So I'll just show you real quick the battery. Hold on. So if you don't have the Makita 2 amp hour battery and you're looking to get a charger and a battery, you can get these two together. It comes in this package right here. There's the part number. I will have this link down below so you can see on the Home Depot website how much this costs. And then you can also see how much this saw is as well. One thing that's worth mentioning, if you get this exact kit right here, so this 2 amp hour battery and this charger, this has a really fast charging time. Shows a 2 amp hour battery has a 25-minute charge time. That's awesome. And one of the things it has is a cooling fan on it, so it moves air over the battery, so it charges faster, keeps it cooler. So let me just show you what it sounds like when you plug it in and charge it. So if you check down below the link that I provided for this tool right here, you'll see that it has a 4.7 star review on the Home Depot website. So this is what some people are saying about it. They say they like the dust port. You'll see some other saws don't have that. It's really nice containing that dust, not breathing it in. They like the weight of it, which I definitely think this is nice and portable, easy to bring up with you wherever you're working. Someone else said, I could not be more pleased, it's powerful and lightweight. And then someone said it's a good noise level, it's quiet. And then someone else says it cuts through wood like butter. There are a couple things, a couple concerns. One I may have mentioned already, it's just a little bit tricky to change the depth on there, that lever right there. Not a big deal, but just not quite as easy as some other ones. Another person said they'd like to see a hook on this. And let me address that concern real quick. Let me grab my other cordless saw. So I think it was about a year ago I reviewed this cordless circular saw right here. Now this is a different style saw. The weight is different, it's a worm gear style, but as you can see it has that rafter hook that swings out. So this hook right here can really come in handy depending on where you're working. If you're like working near a sawhorse, you can rest on that, or like on a floor joist if you're building a deck or a rafter hook or something like that. So there's definitely a purpose for that, but you know, I really thought that maybe this saw right here was missing that. But the more I thought about it, this is 6.4 pounds with the battery, and I don't think I really want to add any more weight to it. The beautiful thing about this is the power and the weight. So I think if you really needed to find a place to hook this to, there are some other options. So instead of a rafter hook, if you want to be creative and find a way to store this while you're using it, to keep it out of the way, you can get a heavy duty tie. Let me show you this tie that I found in Home Depot. Just an idea, something you can bring along. You can run it through here, and then you can wrap it when you're not using it, depending on where you're at. I just feel that the goal of this saw right here is the weight. I'm just curious what your thoughts are. Do you think that this needs a hook on it, or do you think you can get by without it and just keep it lightweight? Please put your comment down below. And then finally, I just want to say my goal of this video is to help you guys out. So if you're considering the purchase of this saw right here, hopefully I've been able to put it through all the tests and explain all the features and details so you can see if this is right for you. So if you enjoy this video, you find it interesting and informative, please give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.